Have you ever walked past a neighbor's front yard and thought, goodness, that looks like it came straight out of a magazine? And then you find out they probably spent half their retirement savings making it look that way? Well, here's the lovely secret. You don't need to spend a fortune to have a beautiful garden that makes people stop and stare. Today, I'll be sharing 7 plants that look expensive but cost next to nothing. And the best part? They practically take care of themselves. Perfect for those of us who'd rather spend our mornings with a cup of tea than wrestling with a watering can. Stay with me till the end, because plant number 1, oh, it's a real showstopper. My neighbor planted it last spring, and now her house looks like something straight out of a garden magazine. Welcome, dear friends, to Golden Years Lifestyle Hub. Thank you for taking time out of your day to be here with me. I know there are plenty of things you could be doing right now. Maybe a crossword puzzle, maybe a cozy nap, but you chose to spend this moment in the garden with me, and that truly means a lot. Here on this channel, we keep gardening simple, joyful, and made for you, because beauty shouldn't come with back pain or a big bill. If that sounds like your kind of garden, go ahead and tap that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and share your favorite plant in the comments. I love reading your stories, especially when someone says, I planted this last month and my grandkids won't stop picking the flowers. Alright then, let's ease into the fun part. Our countdown of 7 beautiful plants that look expensive, but aren't. 7. Lantana. Now, let's start our list with number 7, the cheerful, ever-smiling lantana. Ah, what a beauty this one is. Lantana is like that friend who always shows up dressed in bright colors, no matter the occasion. Its clusters of orange, yellow, pink, and purple blooms look so rich and tropical, you'd swear they came straight from an expensive resort garden, but they're wonderfully affordable. This little gem loves the sun. The more sunshine it gets, the happier it blooms. And the best part? It flowers all year round. So even in the quiet months when most plants are resting, lantana keeps putting on a show. Now, why do seniors love it so much? Because it's practically indestructible, drought-tolerant, low maintenance, and oh, the butterflies. They adore it. If you love watching those gentle wings fluttering through your yard, this plant will keep them visiting. You can plant lantana along your walkways or as a border. It gives a colorful, well-kept look without all the fuss. And here's a lovely bonus tip. Choose the trailing type for pots or hanging baskets. It cascades beautifully, creating a lush, full look that will make your porch feel like a tiny paradise. And the best part? Even if you forget to water it sometimes, it forgives you. Now that's a friend in the garden. If you're enjoying these ideas so far, go ahead and click like. It really helps more wonderful seniors discover these easy, joyful gardening tips. Now, let's move on to number 6, another affordable beauty that might just steal your heart. 6. Hostas. Coming in at number 6, let's talk about the calm, graceful beauty of hostas. If your garden has a shady corner that feels a little dull, hostas are the perfect touch of magic. Their lush green and golden leaves instantly turn those quiet spots into rich, elegant spaces. You know that designer look you see in fancy garden magazines? That's exactly what hostas bring, but without the designer price tag. Each leaf seems to layer over the next, creating soft waves of color and texture. They don't need to shout with bright flowers. They simply glow with quiet confidence. I have a friend who planted a mix of different hosta varieties. Some deep green, some with creamy stripes, and now her backyard looks like a peaceful little forest retreat. And when it comes to care, oh, it couldn't be simpler. Just a bit of watering when the soil feels dry and an occasional trim to keep things tidy. That's all. No stress, no fuss, no bending over for hours. Here's a bonus tip. Try mixing hostas with different leaf patterns. One smooth, one rippled, one variegated. It looks fancy and layered, like you hired a professional landscaper, but really, it's just smart planting. Hostas prove that you don't need fancy flowers to make your yard beautiful, just a little green magic. Now, take a sip of water, stretch your back a little, and let's move along to number 5, a plant that brings a soft, romantic charm you'll absolutely adore. 5. Marigolds. Number 5, the ever-charming marigolds. There's just something so joyful about these classic orange and yellow blooms. They're like little drops of sunshine sprinkled across your garden, bright, warm, and full of cheer. Marigolds have that timeless beauty that never goes out of style, and yet they look so rich and full. People often assume they're the kind of fancy flowers you buy in bulk for weddings. Their dense blooms make any garden bed look lush and complete, almost like nature's own version of luxury decor. And the best part? They're so easy to care for. Marigolds love the sun. The more they get, the happier they bloom, and they hardly need watering. Perfect for those of us who prefer enjoying the garden rather than working too hard in it. Here's a lovely bonus. Marigolds aren't just pretty faces. They actually repel mosquitoes and pests. Isn't that wonderful? Beauty with purpose. I like to say, you're not just planting flowers, you're planting peace of mind. I have a neighbor who lined her front walkway with marigolds, and now her evenings are mosquito-free and her yard glows like it's smiling. Every time I pass by, I can't help but stop and admire. Before we move on, here's a quick reminder. If you love affordable beauty and easy gardening ideas made just for seniors, don't forget to subscribe. We share new inspiration every single week right here on Golden Years Lifestyle Hub. Now, let's step gracefully into number 4, a plant that brings elegance and fragrance in the most delightful way. 4. Boxwood. Next up, at number 4, we have the timeless boxwood. Now this little evergreen is the secret behind that manicured mansion look we all admire when we drive through fancy neighborhoods. Those neatly shaped, deep green shrubs that seem to whisper elegance. That's boxwood. But here's the wonderful surprise. It's not just for grand estates. Even a few of them can make your front yard look like you hired a professional landscaper. Boxwoods are neat, classic, and oh so reliable. You can shape them into tidy spheres, low hedges, or even playful little green sculptures if you're feeling creative. I have a friend who trimmed hers into small heart shapes, and now her garden looks like something straight out of a romantic movie. And don't worry, they're very forgiving. All they ask is a light trim once or twice a year, and they'll keep their shape beautifully. They stay green all year round, so even in the dry or cooler months, your yard still looks fresh and full of life. Here's a fun bonus tip. Plant boxwoods along your walkway or around flower beds. They frame colorful blooms perfectly and give everything that crisp, elegant finish, like putting a beautiful picture in the right frame. Boxwoods remind us that sometimes a little structure brings out the beauty in everything else. And with hardly any effort, your garden can have that same graceful touch that turns heads and makes neighbors smile. Now, take a deep breath and picture that. A tidy green path leading to your door. Lovely, isn't it? Up next, we'll move to number 3. A plant that adds a soft, fragrant charm you'll want right outside your window. 3. Daylilies. Number 3. The graceful, glowing daylilies. If sunshine had a favorite flower, I'm convinced it would be this one. Daylilies come in warm, happy shades of yellow, orange, and soft pink, the kind of colors that make your garden feel alive even on cloudy days. Their long, arching leaves and wide, elegant blooms give that polished, boutique nursery look, the kind you'd expect to see in a fancy garden center with big price tags. But guess what? Daylilies are wonderfully affordable and last for years. Once planted, they settle in and just keep giving. They don't need pampering, just a little sunlight, the occasional sip of water, and they'll bloom faithfully, season after season. I have a neighbor who planted a few along her driveway 5 years ago, and they still burst into color every year, as if they've made it their mission to brighten her mornings. Here's a bonus tip. Sprinkle a layer of mulch around them. It keeps the soil neat, holds moisture, and gives your garden that tidy, professional touch, like something out of a garden show. Daylilies truly are a gift to any gardener. They bloom, they glow, and they keep coming back, just like the joy of gardening itself. So, if you're someone who loves beauty that lasts and blooms without fuss, daylilies will make your heart and your yard smile. Now, let's move to number 2, a plant that adds both fragrance and charm, the kind that turns a simple yard into a storybook scene. 2. Lavender. Number 2, the ever-enchanting lavender. Just saying the name feels soothing, doesn't it? Picture those soft, silvery green leaves crowned with delicate purple blooms gently swaying in the breeze. There's something magical about lavender. It has that unmistakable European cottage charm, the kind that makes you imagine stone pathways wicker baskets, and peaceful summer afternoons. Lavender looks like a plant from an expensive designer garden, but it's as simple and down-to-earth as they come. It loves full sun, needs very little water, and once it's settled, it just flourishes on its own. I have a friend who planted a small row of lavender by her front steps. Now every time she opens the door, that calming fragrance greets her like an old friend. And here's a lovely bonus tip. Snip a few stems for your vases. They add a gentle touch of elegance indoors. Or tuck a small bundle under your pillow for sweet dreams and peaceful rest. That's one of those old-time remedies that still works wonders today. Lavender doesn't just decorate your yard, it calms your soul. There's something about its quiet beauty that reminds us to slow down, breathe deeply, and savor the simple moments. And if this video makes you smile, please go ahead and like and comment below. Your small action helps YouTube share these relaxing gardening ideas with more wonderful seniors all around the world, turning our little community into a global garden of calm and color. Now, take a deep, relaxing breath, my friend, because we're about to reveal our #1 plant. And trust me, it's a showstopper that brings pure elegance to any home. 1. Roses. And here we are, dear friends, at the very top of our list. #1. The timeless, graceful roses. The queen of the garden. No flower carries quite the same magic, does it? The soft petals, the rich fragrance, the way a single bloom can lift your spirits. It's no wonder roses have been admired for centuries. Just one rose bush can make your front yard look instantly elegant, like something straight out of an old movie. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Roses are too much work. But here's the secret. Not anymore. There are wonderful low-maintenance varieties like knockout or drift roses that bloom generously with hardly any effort at all. They don't ask for much. Just sunshine, a little water, and a gentle prune once in a while. And in return, they reward you with color and fragrance that feels like a daily gift. If you want a touch of drama, try mixing a few colors, maybe soft pinks with bold reds, or sunny yellows with creamy whites. But if you prefer that timeless, magazine-worthy look, go with one single tone. A garden full of red roses, for instance, feels both classic and romantic. And trust me, your neighbors will notice. Roses remind us that beauty doesn't fade with age. It only grows richer with care. Much like us, they bloom stronger each season, standing tall and proud through sun and storm alike. So, whether you plant just one or a whole row, know that you're adding a touch of grace that will never go out of style. Take a slow breath, look around your garden, and imagine the gentle sway of blooms in the breeze. A living reminder that beauty truly grows where love and care take root. If you've made it this far, thank you, my gardening friends. It means so much to spend these moments with you, sharing beauty, laughter, and a few gentle ideas to make your days a little brighter. Remember, you don't need to spend much to make your home feel elegant and welcoming. Just a few well-chosen plants and a sprinkle of love can transform any space into your personal sanctuary. Before you go, please like, subscribe, and share this video with someone who deserves a little sunshine in their front yard. And tell us in the comments, which of these lovely plants will you try first? I truly love reading your stories. Every garden tale feels like another blossom in our growing community here on Golden Years Lifestyle Hub. So, until next time, keep your hands gentle in the soil and your heart open to the joy of growing. Because every bloom, no matter how small, is a reminder that life keeps blossoming beautifully at every age. Take care, my friends, and may your gardens always bring you peace, pride, and endless color.